So you're thinking about selling your house, but you're struggling with finding that perfect real estate agent? Well, in this video, we are going to go over how to find the right real estate agent for you to get the job done. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Andrew Lake here with the Lake team in Houston, Texas. Welcome back to another fantastic video that we have for you guys today. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below. The Lake team tries to produce the best real estate content to release to you guys each and every single week. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive straight into today's topic, which is how to find that perfect real estate agent. So first and foremost, I would reach out to your friends and family members or colleagues to see who have they actually used or personally used in the past and what their experiences were with that particular agent. Ask for their recommendations and kind of just see at how their experience was. Just kind of see like what the pros and cons were, what they liked about that agent and what they didn't like about that agent. And if they tell you something that they didn't like, then maybe that agent may not be the best for you. It all depends on what exactly you're looking for in a realtor. The next thing you could do is a quick Google search. So let's throw Pearland out there, for example. If you're trying to find the perfect real estate agent in Pearland, Texas, then a quick Google search will say, or you can do Google, best realtor near me. Google knows your location at all times anyways, but if you want to get very specific as real estate agents in Pearland, Texas, you'll have a ginormous list of realtors to choose from, and you could read all of their reviews if they have any reviews on Google. And my thought process is if they rank high on Google, chances are they are an experienced agent and they have taken the time to basically evolve their website. They're focusing on SEO, they're focusing on what really matters today, which is the online world anyways. So if they've taken the time to do that, then they obviously, in my point of view, care about their businesses to the point to where you shouldn't have that bad of an experience with somebody, because they care about what they do and they care about their careers and they care about their clients. That's my perception. That may not be every agent that you find online, of course, but my perception is, if they do take the time to do stuff like that, then they're taking the time with their clients. There's also over 35,000 real estate agents here in the Houston area, so finding one is extremely difficult. Finding the one that you want to work with, I swear you could throw a rock in a crowd and hit probably 12 of us in the head at the same time. So you have plenty to choose from here in Houston, but if you want to get very specific, you can narrow it down with the Google search like I just mentioned and go from there. Next up, you want to ask yourself, do you want a team or do you want a solo agent? There's pros and cons to both. There's no one right or wrong answer to this approach. Some sellers may want a one-on-one, personable approach when it comes to their agent. Maybe they don't want to talk to anybody else. They just want to talk to that one person that they hired throughout the entire process. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But just know whenever you go the team route, the team has systems set up in place that are proven to work, and you may not be talking to that one person the entire transaction, right? Or the entire time you're on the market and the entire time from contract to close. You may not talk to your listing agent. You may talk to their transaction coordinator. You may talk to one of their assistants. And if you're not bugged by that idea, then maybe the team approach is best for you. A major con with a solo agent is that if they are super busy or bombarded with business, that they're going to go through growing pains. Maybe they haven't yet built a team and that is what they aspire to do. Maybe they're growing significantly to where they have those growing pains, and their communication may start to come down to a minimum, and it may frustrate you. So keep that in mind of how much business that solo agent is actually doing, versus what they can handle and what they can't handle. But the team approach, in my opinion, they have a proven system in place, much like McDonald's, for example, right? McDonald's is a franchise. They have a proven system. It's a team of people that make or break the system, and they get the job done every single day. Of course, they may have added some onions to my burger the other day that I didn't like, but whatever, that's besides the point. So if you've narrowed it down, you found a team or you found a solo agent that you want to check out, next up you want to stalk their social media. See how active they are on social media. Maybe you want to stalk them a little bit more and actually go to their personal profiles. It's a little bit weird, but whatever. You want to get to know that person before you actually invite them into your home to come check it out. If you want to get to know them, this is a good way to do it. Stalk their social media, see who they are as people, not just salespeople. That's what I always like to tell my clients. Look at me as a person, not a salesperson, right? I'm here to work for you. So if you want to get to know them on a deeper level without actually inviting them into your home, at this point, that social media is a good route to go. Next up, you want to check out their website. What kind of content are they producing? Are they actively producing any kind of content, such as maybe like this video? Are they producing content to where they're getting traffic to their website? All this, when it comes to nowadays, digital marketing or just digital, anything digital is the way it's going. And so it's absolutely crucial that your agent is up to par with technology in today's world. And so if they're not actively producing content, it may or may not be very important to you. If they have a website that has a high amount of traffic every single month, how can that benefit you? Right, so if your listing is on their homepage and they have 70,000 visitors to their website every single month, that could possibly benefit you very well. Next up, I would check out har.com. So HAR is our MLS here in the Houston area, regardless of either greater Houston or inside Houston. HAR is our MLS, and so that is the actual source of all the information. And what I would do here is check out their online rankings within HAR, not third-party websites, right? Third-party websites like, let's say, for example, Zillow. I have to personally go in and physically add in sales, have to physically add in all this crazy stuff just to get credit for a sale. Which if I pay no attention to Zillow at all, it will show that I have zero activity, zero sales, but which actually it's far from the case. And Zillow, their agents have the reservations about Zillow if you're not aware of that. But just know that those big third-party websites, if an agent doesn't physically go in there and update those systems, then they're not going to get credit for any sales. So if they've had 300 or 400 sales over their career, or houses that they have sold, and then if they don't update them on Zillow, then they show zero. And so don't let that be a determining factor. Go straight to the source, which is HAR, and from there you'll be able to see all their recent sales, and you'll be able to see their designations. You'll also be able to see their ratings and reviews. The reviews, they're honest reviews for that matter, because they have to be sent out through HAR. I can't just have anybody go log on and do fake reviews for me all day. It doesn't work that way. These are actual real reviews that get sent through HAR system to that client. So that is a fantastic way to check up on the realtor that you are considering hiring. So let's say at this point you have narrowed down several candidates or just one candidate that you feel that you can work with. The next step is giving them a call or emailing them or whatever it is, whatever form of communication you want. But the next step is scheduling that interview with them, right? You want to schedule the interview with that realtor, get a face-to-face meeting if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable with face-to-face, maybe you need to do a Zoom. Since COVID, we've done a lot of Zoom meetings as well rather than doing face-to-face. That's okay too. But if you can, face-to-face is normally a good approach with somebody, because you get a real feel for their body language, you get a real feel for who they are as a person. But that face-to-face communication is, in my opinion, always the best approach. So once you schedule that interview, you want to have a list of questions to ask for them. You don't want to sit there in awkward silence, even though that the agent that you have interviewed, they may have their own agenda, they may have their own structure of how they're going to talk to you. But if you want to, I wouldn't say interrogate them, but if you want to have some questions answered before you commit to this person and make a decision, you can have a list of interview questions. And if you want that list of questions to ask your agent, reach out to me. I'll email it to you, or I will probably, if I can, I'll put the link in the description of this video for you to download it, and you'll be able to print that out, and you could ask this agent that you interview all those questions and see how much he knows this stuff. Last but not least, probably the most important, is go with your gut feeling. Don't force something that you don't think is going to work, right? You're going to be in a working relationship with this person. And if you don't like somebody, there's no sense of even being involved with this person, right? There's no sense in having toxicity in your life if you don't like this person for whatever reason. You just hate their face, right? Whatever it is, whatever the point is of why you don't like them, that's okay. Just make sure that you're going to go with your gut feeling, that you can connect with somebody and that you have a good vibe with them. You trust them. You know they're not going to lie to you or do you dirty. So just go with your gut feeling. The gut is usually the best approach, right? The best. You're trusting your heart. You're trusting your gut. So you know, don't force the matter. If you're like, oh, this agent's so experienced, but I just don't really like them, you know, that's okay too. I mean, maybe you want to approach him about it. I don't know, or him or her. But if not, if you want to go your separate ways, just go your separate ways and talk to somebody else. So there's no hard feelings. If you had somebody come out there and you didn't want to commit to them, move on to the next person. You know, find somebody else. It's not an issue. And also, piggybacking off of that, the agent that you select should have a constant form of communication with you. You guys are going to be communicating on a regular basis, whether that's me communicating with you or it's another agent. Just understand the reason why you need to vibe or connect with somebody or make sure that they're going to do their job is you are going to be in constant communication with this particular individual or team. All right, guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, or if you have any other topics or suggestions that you would like to make, feel free to leave that as a comment too. You could reach out to us directly on our website. I'll leave the links in the description as always. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, and hit that little bell icon so you'll be the first to get notified once we release a video, which we do each and every single week. And that's going to do it for me today. I'm Andrew with the Lake Team here in Houston, Texas, and I'll see you guys next week.